have board meetings with each one of our children, and we have 4. The most recent ones we had were with our 2 youngest, who are 2 and 4. So for me, I went with Maggie. And this is important to know. We just almost got hit with a large hurricane here in Florida. Did a lot of damage. We were getting pretty concerned, and it was on the Saturday before it was supposed to be hitting, like 2 days later, and Jamie said, we are still doing our board meeting. I said, you know what, you're right. So the phones went off. Maggie and I went to the alligator farm in St. Augustine. Now, she's been super excited and been talking about this sloth that I didn't even know got added to it, but it's now at the alligator farm, and we went and stood in front of the sloth cage for a very long time, and she laughed and did all this. Then we went and ate tacos on St. George Street, which is the fun little place. Again, she picked the place. And this was interesting. We ended it, thanks to Mom, with the suggestion of a pedicure. So Dad went for his first pedicure, which all of the ladies in there were laughing and thinking it was great. And we went home with a tired little girl who fell asleep just as we got back into the driveway. But right before she did, she said, I love these days with you, Daddy. And when you hear a 4-year-old, I think I've said it before, when you have a 4-year-old daughter who says that to you, I mean, it makes you feel the strength of 1,000 men. So that was my last board meeting. Now you were with little Sam Berry.
I was with Sammy, and it was actually my first board meeting with Sammy because he's 2.5. And we usually start their board meetings at about 2.5.
Yeah.
And they don't last as long. Usually on a traditional board meeting, it's 4 hours. Yours with Maggie was more like 6 hours the other day. I think the pedicure took a little longer.
Pedicure.
Right? But for Sammy and I, Sammy, you know, you let your children pick the activity of their choice. And Sammy's activity, he knew, like Jim said, we were preparing for evacuation. Sammy asked to go shopping for granola bars and popsicles. And I think that it's because his plan was that was our evacuation food. And I was fine with that. So we went, you know, I know that we talk a lot about you don't buy things on a board meeting.
But we eat.
Right. But Sammy's big thing was popsicles and granola bars. So we went for a walk as well. We went in the pool as well, did a bunch of cannonballs, did some races on scooters. But our biggest thing was that he went into that grocery store and he got to pick out the popsicles and the granola bars. And I will tell you, he ate 3 of those popsicles on the way home. But on a board meeting, it's all about fun. So I'm like, okay, another popsicle. And I think it just really showed him that although Mom is a lot of business, Mom's also a lot of fun, or I'm capable of being a lot of fun.
You definitely are. And I think it's important to know hurricane evacuations, updates, this and that. My phone was off. It was on airplane mode, and so was Jamie. So we weren't calling each other back and forth. How's yours going? How's yours going? It's kind of none of my business how hers was going and vice versa. We wanted that one-on-one focus time. I don't want any work distractions. So my phone was on airplane mode to snap a few cute pictures of Maggie, and you did the same with Sammy. And again, we were one-on-one, no phone, and they created the day, and we just went along with it.